Okay, next video. This weekend been gluing up, coating up the floor panels, which are going to be the replacement panels in the boat. This is the final stage of assembly. Basically it's just adding on the various bits and pieces of additional wood to the boarding to make it a bit longer, because it's 8 foot wasn't long enough, and that's the standard length of these boards. It's marine ply, 8 foot by 4 foot by 12 mil thick. A bit of extra stiffening about access holes where the seat mounts go for the front, where the seat mounts go for the back, extra for the screws, and a bit of extra for the battery tray, or the, no, actually not the battery tray, sorry, the hydraulic arrangement that goes on there, the tilt, so a bit of extra flooring there to support it. And for the throttle pedal at the front, which is the it skews all of the tins, but all of these are sort of adding weight to hold it in place while it goes off. Underneath those axle stand ramp stands is the battery tray, which I've glued and bungeed together, and anyway, that's a new one, completely new one, to exactly fit the battery as opposed to not fit it like the last one did. Anyway, all of this has been done with West System Epoxy, which is American stuff. It's very good. It's very easy to work with. It brushes on almost like paint, and it's going to be easier to use than polyester resin. And the reason I've used this really is because I didn't want to buy two types of. I didn't want to buy polyester and epoxy, although epoxy is a lot dearer. Well, I wanted to fix the flooring into the boat using epoxy resin, the West System epoxy resin, and glass woven strips, because I think it'll look nice, and also it fixes to the polyester resin a lot better. I've done a bit of checking up, a bit of reading up, and you know, you can't use polyester over epoxy because it won't stick, but you can use epoxy over polyester, and I assume the boat was made of polyester resin in the first place, and I wanted to use something that was going to stay where I put it. So there's been a lot of bit of work, you know, additional work on the boat, a bit of repairs where it's not been done very well, and I've shaved it off and I'm going to redo it. So and I think it's possibly because it's polyester resin and chopped strand mat, and chopped strand mat is not very pliable, and it kind of lifts up, and you know, it's just not easy to work with for repairs and things. I mean, in a confined space like a lot of this is, so that's a much finer woven matting which you can cut. It's very soft and it's quite thin, and you can push it into the places where you want to do the repairs, and then it will really stick with this stuff. It's really good. It's really good. Anyway, very pleased with this. The next video will be fitting these boards, this flooring into the boat, and then fixing it in place again using the West System epoxy. So I'll see you on that one then. Cheers.